everyone, welcome to Adventures in Everyday Cooking, where every day can be an adventure in your kitchen. My name is Heather, and today we're gonna do a quick 30-minute meal. Now, this pizza pesto chicken is so easy to do, and you can make it gluten-free or you can make it with the good old-fashioned gluten. We're gonna do good old-fashioned gluten today, but you can replace the breadcrumbs and the flour with gluten-free products. So if you're ready for this adventure, it's gonna be delicious. Let's get started. What you're gonna need is 1 cup of Italian seasoned breadcrumbs, half of a cup of grated Parmesan, plus more for garnish, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, plus more for garnish, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of flour, 2 eggs, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 6 boneless, skinless chicken thighs or breasts, 1 package of cherry tomatoes, 3/4 of a cup of basil pesto, 1 1/2 cups of shredded mozzarella cheese, and 18 slices of pepperoni. You'll also want some fresh basil for garnish. All right, so the first thing we're gonna wanna do is get our breadcrumbs in some kind of small, shallow bowl. I have the little dipping trays from Pampered Chef. We're gonna put our breadcrumbs in, our 1/2 cup of Parmesan, our salt, and our pepper. And we're just gonna give that a little mix with our tongs here. Next, you're gonna put your flour in another bowl. We're gonna crack our eggs into this bowl, and we are gonna add our 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and we're gonna give that a little whiskey whisk. All right, and now we're gonna take our 9x13. I'm gonna use Pampered Chef's brand new Brilliance bakeware. It's nonstick, and this is its maiden voyage, so I thought this would be a great one to try it out. Okay, so we're gonna take our chicken. I'm using chicken thighs, and what we're gonna do is we are going to drop it inside the egg. Let it drip off just a little bit. Drop it inside our flour. Make sure it gets coated really well. Okay, and then we're gonna drop it back in our egg. Make sure it gets wet. Then we're gonna let it drip again and drop it right inside our crumbs here. Now, once you have it all crumbed up, we are going to lift it and take it right over to our pan. Now, with chicken thighs, you're gonna want to kind of bunch the chicken thigh up a little bit as if it was a breast. Otherwise, it might cook too fast and your chicken will be overdone. You could lay it out like flat so it would cook faster, but your tomatoes are not gonna cook very well. All right, next one. So we're just gonna do that with all this chicken. All right, there we go. Okay. Now we're gonna take all of our tomatoes and we're just going to put them all around the chicken. Now you could use those on the vine tomatoes for a real elegant look, but we just like the cherry tomatoes. Wait, grape tomatoes? I think these are grape tomatoes. So that works too. Just make sure you have it all tucked around. All right, now we're gonna get this into the oven, 400 degrees for 20 minutes. All right, it's time for it to come out, and now we are gonna top it with everything else. So first we're gonna take some pesto. We'll put it right on the top, and I'll take my pastry brush and I'll just pat it right over the top. Doesn't have to be pretty because it's gonna taste delicious regardless. And you want about 2 tablespoons of pesto on the top of each chicken breast or thigh. All right, next we're gonna do the cheese, the mozzarella, and you want about 1/4 cup of mozzarella on top of each of our chicken breasts or thighs. Oh, so good, so good. Okay, spread it out, pat it down. All right, now we're gonna take our pepperoni and we're just going to put the pepperoni slices on the top of the chicken. Depending on how big your pepperoni slices are and how big your chicken is, you're gonna have to just put 2 or 3 on top. And I'm just gonna throw a couple more in there for good measure. And now we're gonna get it back in for another 8 to 10 minutes or until we temp the chicken and it comes out at 165. Meanwhile, you might wanna get some pasta ready because this goes over pasta. We are done, and would you look at that? Now, if you are not a carb loader like this family is, you actually don't need the pasta, but since we love the pasta, I'm gonna actually serve it on a pile of fettuccine. Okay, that's gonna fall off. Rethink. We're not gonna do that. We're going to take some of our beautiful pasta, set it in a nice little nest on our plate, and then we will very delicately put our chicken on said plate with tomatoes. Don't touch the thing though. All right, and lastly, we are going to douse with our Parmesan. And if you have fresh basil, go ahead and sprinkle that on. But because all of my stores were out, we're gonna use some dried basil. And there we have it. Less than 30 minutes, dinner is on the table, and it is delicious. Of course, you'll want to put it with some of your freshly sliced sourdough bread. I sliced it for us just before we went on camera, but look at this. All right, now I put a close camera so you can see the beautiful chicken when I cut into it, but here we go. Oh my goodness. Woot, woot, woot. Moist, delicious. Remember, this is not breast meat, this is dark meat because that's the way we roll here. But let's go ahead and cut ourselves off a piece. I'll get a little pasta. I did put a little olive oil on my pasta. I'll get a tomato and I'll get a small piece of the chicken. And here we go. Look at how moist it is in there. Oh my goodness. You guys, if you are looking for a quick meal idea, this is it. Now, you can get another jar of pesto and actually put pesto on your fettuccine. But let me tell you, the amount of pesto that is on every chicken breast, it will flavor your pasta amazingly. So don't even bother. Just the one and you'll be good to go. So many good flavors. So many good things happening in this chicken. I hope you're gonna make it too. All right, now for those of you wondering about the Brilliance bakeware, it does have a lid. So what I've done is I just plopped the fettuccine right in there, threw everything else in there, and we're just going to pop on the lid so that it can go straight into the freezer for lunch for tomorrow. Pretty cool, huh? All right, you guys, well, that's it. It's time for dinner, so I'm gonna get out of here. But if you enjoyed that video, give it a like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Right now, my videos are sparse. Maybe I'll have one a week, maybe I'll have one a month. I'm not sure, but as I get back into the swing of things, I hope you will join me. All right, you guys, I'll see you on the next adventure. Bye.